Oh, ini yang dijual-jualin ya?
Katalognya lah. Dalemannya tuh. Tapi ntar kita kerjasama sama manufaktur kapal gitu. Jadi mereka yang assembly semuanya. Kita bagian desain teknologinya sama otomasinya gitu. Jadi makanya bisa customize. Mau yang kecil, mau yang gede, mau yang militer sekalipun bisa.
Wow, cocok itu untuk Paul Airut. Oh iya. Ini ruang demonya.
Tahun 65 itu Pak, tadinya perusahaan Itali.
Oh, tadinya perusahaan Italia ini Praxis ya?
Tuh kelihatan di situ dari 65.
Oh, ya. 65 Indonesia masih revolusi ya.
PKI Pak.
Masih PKI. Jadi introduction of miniguard.
Diakuisisi sama
Maxiguard.
Belanda tahun 97.
Tahun 97 automation teknologi
Baru
BV.
kita mainannya fokus di kapal.
Oh,
Tadinya buat semuanya lah, otomasi buat semuanya gitu ya.
iya.
Kita fokus di kapal aja.
Ya, maritime industry ya.
Nah, baru di tahun 2019 2020 lah kita masuk ke kapal listrik gitu.
Di sini ya, baru masuk kapal listrik. Wah, ini bagus sekali nih
Itu
kapalnya.
yang
Ya.
militer.
Ini yang militer ya.
Ya.
Oh, ya. Bagus.
Yang terakhir baru kita mainan kapal listrik Pak.
2006, 2003, 2006, 2010, 2012, 2015, 2019, 2020, 2021. Sekarang 2025. Oh, ini udah di ini ya, launching Evolution ya.
Iya, kita udah punya pabrik di Cina khusus buat bikin baterainya sama generatornya gitu, motornya.
Oh, gitu. Oh, sudah ada ininya ya.
Ada motor.
Ini baterainya nih.
Ini baterainya.
Oh, ini berapa kekuatannya?
Di stack bisa banyak ya, berapa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ini satunya itu 100 volt lah.
100 volt ya.
Bisa sampai 1000 volt gitu. Ntar bisa sampai 50 kilowatt segala macam Pak.
Itu kalau satu kapal tahan berapa hari?
Itu Pak. Kita ada yang kebanyakan sih hybrid, jadi nggak yang full listrik.
Oh, karena bisa dicas di tengah jalan ya.
Jadi bisa dua pilihan gitu kan, jadi aman. Ya, kayak apalagi yang gede-gede gitu dia hybrid ya. Kalau yang kecil-kecil makin kapalnya kecil makin full listrik. Jadi kalau yang kapal-kapal nelayan itu bisa full listrik.
Oh, gitu ya.
Kalau kapal yang gede biasanya masih hybrid.
Hybrid ya. Kapal nelayan ya cukup lah untuk ini ya.
Atau kapal polisi yang buat patroli juga bisa.
Itu dicasnya berapa lama ya? Baterai ini.
Kita sistemnya malah ngecas dari diesel.
Oh, ngecas dari diesel hybrid ya.
Jadi sambil dieselnya maju, sambil dicas juga. Bisa juga kayak gitu.
Iya.
Jadi sambil jalan, jadi
Sambil
kita
jalan.
ibaratnya UPS gitu apa? Uninterrupted
Power supply.
Jadi nggak boleh mati. So it's hybrid system.
Yeah.
So we try to make it like uninterrupted
Power supply.
Now we have to switch to the diesel.
To what?
Diesel.
Huh?
Diesel. Yes.
Diesel engine
Yes.
to produce the electricity ya.
Yes.
To reproduce
So the,
or to charge them?
To charge ya.
it can go for charging and also for producing the torque, for spinning the machine. We call it propeller. Propeller.
So
Now this is the inverter. So from battery
From battery to
to
inverter.
the inverter, it's
and this is the engine.
yes. This is the motor. So it's basically changing the DC to AC.
Yeah.
DC to
Battery is
AC.
DC and the motor is AC. So we convert this from DC into AC, and it can be also coupled with the diesel to go to the same motor.
This is another motor.
Yes, the bigger one.
The bigger one.
Yes. This is it's like we call it BMS, battery management system. From there, it's like the brain of all of it.
And everything was designed here in this.
Yes.
Can I sit a little bit?
Yes. For the automation,
PCB.
justru utamanya kita tuh tadinya di otomasi, sistem otomasi. Jadi misalnya kapal nih Pak di atas laut kan, itu ibaratnya ada titik koordinatnya tuh. Gimana caranya dia bisa stay tetap di satu titik walaupun terombang-ombang ombak gitu. Nah, secara electrical kita bisa mengkalkulasi itu. Gimana dia tetap diem dan kita bisa memprediksi oh dia di situ. Kalaupun mau belok kemana, maju kemana, itu bisa semuanya terkontrol gitu Pak. Secara otomasinya gitu.
English version?
English version, please. Yeah.
So we have like automation electrical technology system to make sure that the ship is in one exact coordinate. You know, the northwest position, and it has to be stay there despite of the big wave. So with the gyroscope to the electrical automation
In
system,
accordance to the GPS?
yes, and we can go also like a little bit left, a little bit to the right, and it's all with the technology. So we can see it in the monitor here where we are. We can go a little bit to the left, to the right,
Move forward,
backward, yes. And
So this, without moving the ship, without changing the position of the ship.
if we want to make it stay, it is possible. But if we want to make it move, it is possible. So the main point is to make it under our control. Like that, and also the fire alarm system,
6 nanometer or 6
Newton meter,
Newton meter?
Newton meter ya,
tenaga.
tenaga.
So here you can see we have two diesel ya Pak, di sini
Ya.
ada kelihatan nih ada dua mesin diesel, satu mesin elektrik. Ntar digabungin dari inverter tadi nih kan nih si motornya tuh. Itu semua sistemnya dibikin DC busnya. Kelihatan loadnya apanya semua ada, semua bisa kita lihat di sini. Dan juga touchscreen bisa kelihatan semuanya.
Wow, touchscreen.
Iya, Pak, touchscreen semua Pak.
Touch screen is not efficient. You know why? Because it's slow.
Iya. Engine 1, engine 2, propeller 1, propeller 2. Ini baterai kompon apa namanya? Baterai apa nih?
Kita bilangnya ini ya modul.
Modul baterai, modul 1, modul 2 ya. Ini beratnya berapa nih?
Waduh Pak, satunya aja bisa 25 kilo itu.
Satunya ya.
Iya, ini yang ada 10. Mesinnya juga berat ini Pak.
Oh,
50 kilo sendiri.
Inverternya.
Inverternya. Kita produksi semuanya sendiri Pak di sini.
Wow.
Kantor pusatnya di Belanda.
Mm-mm.
Kita punya kantor juga di Cina buat produksi baterai, sama punya kantor juga di Vietnam
Vietnam.
buat R&D.
Itu
Di
pengembangannya.
Singapura itu sales point gitu sama maintaining. Kita ada 30 cabang di seluruh dunia.
Wow.
So,
Menarik.
headquarternya is here.
Headquarter is here.
We have 30 offices.
30 branch office, yeah.
Still here. I'm not interested in your branch.
Yeah, this is yeah.
Talk
Please.
about the weight, how many kilograms per each. It's 20 kilograms. 20 kilograms is like
20 kilograms
20 kilograms per battery module.
20 kilograms of like push of torque.
No. Or the weight.
The weight, heavy weight.
And so the batteries they get charged while the boat is moving.
Yes. Yes. By the diesel.
So that's
By the
so-
diesel.
By the diesel, so they never get empty.
Should be.
Should never be get empty, yeah, because there is a support system.
So when do you switch from diesel to only electric?
Usually, in the airplane mode, we have like takeoff, landing, and cruising. In the taking off and the landing, it needs like 150% energy. But in the cruising, the pilot can make it like autopilot. They can sleep. So at that point, we can go to the electricity. But for
So
the-
even on the ship.
Yes, it's like for in the cruising mode, they can put in the electricity mode, but in the something like we have to go forward in the full speed, then we can go sometimes together. So both the diesel and electric will work together. So it gives like more than 150% energy.
Ini Mas Alfat ini lulusan dari ITB. ITB Bandung, stay sekolah
That was nice.
sekolah teknik elektro dan informatika, fakultas teknik elektro ya. Ini kantor pusatnya. Ini kantornya Mas Hafiz ya. Ya Kang Hafiz.
Mulai bulan depan.
Kang Alfat.
So why are you moving here?
I'm get promoted to the new position.
What is the new position?
This is engineering.
Engineering.
Project
Oh.
engineer.
Project
what
engineering.
Are we going to work with designing the new project from start to end.
And what was your?
I was test engineer, just for testing the PCB
Oh,
and the inverter also and the battery also.
so now they saw that you have more
Yeah.
capabilities.
Ini ruang rapat. Nah, ini ruang
Ini ruang engineeringnya
engineering ya.
buat assembly semuanya lah,
Oh.
softwarenya, sistemnya.
Wow. Di sini semua ya.
Ceritanya ruangan nahkodanya gitu ya.
This is a simulation.
Oh, simulation ya, simulator ya.
DP simulator.
Ya, DP simulator. DP system.
This simulator.
Is this like precisely like a flight simulator?
Yes. Exactly. You can take control here. We are now using the thrusters here to go forward, picking up some speed. We're going about a knot almost already, heading towards the platform,
Oh,
and then we can use the positioning.
maybe you can show us how it works with this. Yeah,
So now I am in manual joystick mode,
yeah,
which means
manual, eh? Not automatic.
you can control the thrusters with one joystick. So if you put it in the middle, all the thrusters will go to standard set points. So we put 0 thrust. We go into bias here, and we are still having speed. and we can use it. We can use the joystick, for instance, to sidestep. So we can put thrust directly sideways. All the thrusters will go in a way that we will sail exactly sideways. But we can also go backwards if we want anything, and we can rotate the joystick to put a rotational force. So instead of using levers for every thruster, because this vessel has a lot of thrusters,
Oh, a lot
We,
of
uh, we instead of controlling each thruster separately, and being a very good captain, you can just use one joystick and say I want to rotate, and, it will rotate. And as you can see now, the vessel will slowly rotate.
rotate. Yeah, okay.
It's a big vessel, very big vessel, so everything will be very slow.
Yeah.
So the system will automatically know which direction each thruster will should be.
Yes, exactly. That's what it calculates, and that's the manual joystick. That's the simple mode. Because we also have out of position, and if we select out of position, we press the button once, and we can select it twice, and now we are in out of position mode. And what it will do is you can see the set point of the vessel is plotted, and it will keep the vessel there. So now we were still rotating and moving. We still have speed, but the thrusters will all be controlled by the system, by the computer, to keep the vessel exactly stationary there.
So normally the captain should control each thruster separately.
Yes. And when the vessel is actually sailing, they might use the rear two azimuths just for thrust and a little bit of steering. And these thrusters are only used for docking and stuff. So they have a bow. This is a bow tunnel. So there's a tunnel in the bow, and these are retractable azimuths that they retract during sailing. But for DP operations, more thrusters mean more capability. And then the computer, as you can see, it is controlling all the thrusters to keep the vessel exactly at this position. And what we can do, for instance, is it's a touchscreen. We can say, okay, I want to go 50 meters ahead. And then we can use the arrows here and say, okay, 50 meters that way. So the boat is 150 meters long, so 50 meters is not so far. And we set position, and now the set point is set over there. And you can see the thrusters are rotating, putting force, and we're going to make some speed that way. And we also selected the speed over ground to be half a knot. So we say we want to go half a knot to that next location. And we can also go sideways. We don't have to go forward. We also can sidestep. You can go any position. And you can change the heading as well. And the system will control the position of the vessel. And this is used near oil rigs because it's much safer than actual operation, because this system compensates for winds and waves and currents. So if the captain just wants to go next to the oil rig to deliver some stuff with the crane, they can just basically park it next to the oil rig, press out of position, and it will stay there.
And the thrusters will try to compensate for the wind and for the waves.
If there's something happens, if the vessel moves, if there's a big gush of wind or a huge wave, then the thrusters we will sense that with sensors. So we have wind sensor, GPS, gyro, MRU, and then the thrusters will compensate for that, and it will keep the vessel on position. And it can do that very precisely, up to centimeters.
Wow.
Like in the waves, obviously the boat will move a little bit because the waves are moving the vessel. You cannot go thrust directly to that. But except from that movement, it will stay very precise. So if there are no waves, it will stay very precisely. And,
Praxis makes the system with the motors, with the thrusters.
So we make the
System.
the software,
Software.
and also some hardware to talk to, a lot of hardware actually, to talk to the system. But we measure, for instance, we have sensors here, and then you can see we measure gyroscope, so the heading, and we get that in via hardware that we make ourselves. And we have MRUs, and this second MRU is broken in the simulator, so that's why it's broken as well. We don't get information, and the MRU measure the things, and then we get information from the winds, how far it's blowing from which direction, and we have position references. So in this case, we have 3 GPSs, and from all the sensors we get information, and then the operator can put in their preferences. So I want to go that way, put your set points, and we make the software that controls the thrusters. So it takes all this information, all this sensor, and then calculates what each thruster should do. So we will move and don't have overshoots. So it will control all that, and that software, the controller, that's what we make. That is the DP system that we make.
And no matter how old the vessel is, your system works with it.
Because we make the system, it's a separate thing, and then we just send thruster set points. So the output of our system is only a little bit of I/O, so in-out communication, and we send just angles of the thruster.
Which is like in every vessel.
Yeah, if they have this kind of thrusters, but we also can do it with rudders. We can send an angle for the rudders and the RPMs for the thrusters. And we can send any, and we just output it completely from scratch.
How many years it took?
I don't know, the DP master himself just walked in, I think around 10 years or something to develop it.
Yeah. It's quite long, eh?
And I'm now working on the development specifically of the software, so that's my role here. You can put in a lot of things. So for instance here we have the bias. The bias is how much thrusters are putting thrust against each other. So obviously if you put a lot of bias, the thrusters will do a lot of thrust in the opposite direction, and you are losing a lot of energy, so it's not so green or efficient. But also because they will be more stationary, the vessel will get more stable, and the operator can give the vessel more bias, and then you can see that the thrusters will go more ahead of each other. And if I take the bias completely off, the touchscreen is not amazing here.
Yes, this is the mouse.
This is the mouse, yes. We have a trackpad here. If we take the bias completely off, you can see that the thrusters will do basically the same direction. They will not go into each other. But then there's issues. For instance, this thruster, if it goes completely 90 degrees, all its turbulence will go into where this thruster is. So it will push the water there, and because this thruster is all in turbulence, it does do scrap. It's not efficient anymore. And that is why bias can be very useful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. What is your name?
Hugo.
Hugo.
Yes, Hugo.
H-U-G-O. Yeah. Thank you so much, Hugo.
No problem.
Yeah. So you are the software engineer of this technology. Okay, thank you.
Algorithm development.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Wie bepaalt er wat is?
Nee, we hebben een aantal dingen natuurlijk hetzelfde, maar verschilt er ook nog per schip.
Dat is wel wat beter.
Dat ook de twee naast elkaar waren.
Ja, kijk, hier is nog een voorbeeld. Kijk.
Oh ja. Oh, dat is nog vast.
Eén zo'n...
This is the electrical one, so it's compact and small.
Where's
So
the
the-
mechanical one?
I think we don't. Those are the
The radar, yeah? Oh, gyroscope.
system to the cabinet.
Oh. So you are the system integrator.
They have UPS here.
UPS. Yeah, this is the UPS that we top formally.
This is the inside of the system. We built all of the PCB here, all of the communication, of the power supply.
Yeah, the panel.
Yes, assembling
Panel
it
cabinet.
into the one whole cabinet,
Mhm.
so that we can send the cabinets to the customer.
Mhm.
So this is only for ships.
Yes, yes, only.
Mhm. This is the TCS
China
cabinet.
is only for the battery. And
Yeah, China only for the battery ya. Thank you Daniel. Kita ditemani oleh Daniel dari Warsawa, dari Polandia dia.
And then it will be collaboration with Asia.
Ini child friendly company ya. Jadi anak-anak boleh berkunjung ke sini. Banyak ini.
ini buat anak-anak Pak di latihan nyolder.
Oh, latihan nyolder.
Dan 3D printing juga.
Oh, gitu.
Iya.
Oh, bisa di perusahaan ini ya.
Iya, ini kan anak-anaknya pegawai juga kan.
Ah.
Mereka ngerasain lah.
Can we do some 3D printing?
It's from only for the children.
Do you want to solder anything?
Anything, yeah. Just try.
Yes, right. Okay. Daniel again. Another workshop ya.
Your father, friends with your
Yes.
father?
Yes. So, ini buat produksi alat berat lah Pak.
Alat berat ya.
Drilling,
Drilling.
cutting, everything
Cutting.
we do it here.
Oh,
Yes.
mesin bubut lah ya.
Mesin bubut.
We call it bubut. Bubut machine.
Wood?
Bubut.
It's Indonesian language.
That is Indonesian language. Like I say, Warsaw is Warsaw.
Yeah.
Are you from Warsaw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Polish.
Yes.
Police, yeah.
This department is Polish department because we have four person from Poland.
Do you like the music police? The police? No?
You don't see?
Oh yeah, yeah. I cannot hear.
2 meters and centimeters.
Okay.
He cannot be more Dutch than this.
Yeah, maybe actually.
So this is for motor producing, right? So we produce our own motor here.
It was. It was. Most production has now been moved to China. Yeah.
Ah,
So this is the last remnants. This is gonna go to China as well.
So now you will build everything in China, the motor-wise.
Yeah. Already since last year October, I think they made the
Yes.
first
But why?
motor.
Why?
Cheaper and also the motors got so big. The last one I made here was 500 kilograms, which was almost, or it was too big for all the tools here and the cranes and no room to lift it high enough.
500 kilograms.
Was the total weight of one motor? Yeah, we made two. Those, yeah, and they're getting bigger, so they had to move it to a huge factory.
But you are not scared that the Chinese will take the engineering, or they already know?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure someone.
I'm sure they took everything already.
Yeah, right. But you're, yeah, that's a good point. that's the risk you take, I guess. But the factory in China, I've seen the CNC is massive. It's like 4 times or 5 times as big. Has its own stair. You can literally walk over it. It was impressive.
So you build the motor from scratch.
Yeah, we did.
Every piece you just.
Yeah, so you start with just the aluminium, the tube, then it gets milled, gets cooling channels milled into it, and then here we assemble also
Panjang houden.
everything basically. So this is the inside is the stator. We wire, we do the copper wire, we do the magnets in the rotor. We did. I did. So everything, from scratch to the final product. It was cool. But it took a long time. One motor is like 4 weeks, 6 weeks.
And who designed it, like the computer work and everything?
Everything related to the propulsion systems. It was cool. So everything is also designed, in-house. I think so. Most of it.
Well, yeah, but it's gone. So nice story, but
Nara yuk mesin. Oh man. Mana pegadaian lagi ya? Harus gina teknologinya di Indonesia. Ini mesin-mesin bubut ya, untuk produksi alat-alat. Nah, ini cara kerja. Kompleks metal mesin bubut ini ya. Mesin bubut raksasa ya. Buat mesin CNC.
CNC mill machine. And I'm making aluminium plates for
Plates.
the high voltage inverter.
Habis itu kita tes di sini.
Hah?
Kita tes di sini.
Oh. Thank you.
You are taking video for everything.
Yes, because I have to make a report to the police. Police Department of Indonesia.
So here's
Yeah. Oh, this is for the testing, yeah?
yes.
Oh, is it rotating?
Yes. It's for the assembly there.
Assembly or design?
Design is 4,000, more than 4,000. More than 4,000.
So why assembly is so much?
Because we don't need university degree to do that.
You say
Nou, komen er allemaal van die ook het binnenwerkje.
Oh, perusahaannya serius banget ini. Ya. Kecil tapi lengkap ya. Kayak mobil oil di Indonesia. Kayak apa gitu ya, Setia Arun dulu di Indonesia. Tapi kayaknya lebih inilah. Halo.
Ini kita bikin PCB sendiri di sini Pak semuanya.
Oh, PCB-nya sendiri di sini ya. Oh, mesin PCB making ya, PC maker.
Mesin otomatis.
Mesin otomatis.
Itu Pak, bisa Pak. Step dari yang masih printan kosong, tambahin komponennya, ada yang komponennya dari mesin, ada yang dari tangan.
Gitu ya.
Mesin lagi ke tangan lagi gitu.
Oh, gitu. Semuanya full otomatis ya. Wow, luar biasa ini. Ini sedang hujan di atas. Wow, ini mesin-mesinnya. Jadi memang luar biasa ini mesin-mesin yang diproduksi. Alat-alat untuk membuat mesin, untuk membuat panel-panel, untuk membuat modul-modul. Yap.
From the machine,
Oh, this is the part shop.
yes, the
Finishing ya, finishing
officer yang middle worker will make sure that it's okay.
so. This is where would I work?
Yes, yes. Nah, bilangnya SMT namanya SMT.
Di ITB udah ada ini? Belum?
Waduh,
Belum ya?
belum kayaknya Pak.
Halo.
Dari dulu kita punya dosen namanya Pak Trio. Beliau itu yang memperjuangkan semikonduktor di Indonesia. Kalau pas tahun 2008-2009 sih curhatan beliaunya di Indonesia masih belum bisa ya untuk mendukung itulah regulasinya, pemerintahnya segala macam. Mungkin sekarang udah ada kan? Mestinya sih ya.
Wow.
Yeah, this is faster Pak.
Oh, tapi Yamaha mereknya ya, dari Jepang.
Iya. Iya, ini buat touch-up sama masang-masang komponen yang nggak tahan kena panas.
Oh, di sini ya.
Iya. Iya, bisa tahu yang mana yang kurang, yang mana yang rusak, yang mana yang kurang perfect kan gitu.
Oh, mesin ini.
Nah, jadi langsung kelihatan tuh, oh tuh kapasitor yang itu kenapa gitu kan.
Oh, defect gitu ya. Rusak. Jadi memang serius banget ya perusahaan ini ya,
Iya Pak,
dibangun ya.
udah lama kan dari tahun 65.
Dari tahun 65 ya.
Dan ini headquarternya.
Nikolai, are you from Russia?
No, I'm from Poland.
Oh, you're from Poland. Okay.
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 The first step is printing of the PCB, so basically putting the solder paste onto the PCB. So we're covering all the pads that are exposed with the soldering paste. Treat it as printing something on a t-shirt. The same thing, the same principle, works the same way. When the paste is printed, camera checks if everything is okay, if the pastes are correctly placed, if they're not out of place, but there shouldn't be. If it is okay, PCB goes out. We've got an optical inspection for actually if we don't leave the machine. Now we have first SMT mounter. According to Yamaha, in their testing areas, they can go up to 95,000 components per hour. So that's quite a lot. Realistically, with this board, they can go up to 30,000, and that's what we're working with. This machine, well, all of them actually, uses two beams, so they're producing two boards simultaneously. In the same time, you can see in here how many information the machine takes, the rotation of the component, where is the first corner, second, third, and fourth. It places them on the PCB. But this one is actually used only for small components. Second machine, the same thing, same machine, same model. The only difference here is that we've got special trays that are not actually able to be placed by the feeders. We do use that for the big one in comparison to the small ones that we have over there. This is used for the big units. Also the ATS, there are around 30. So we've got 30 plates in the magazine. Whatever. And it exchanges all the time. Next step, we've got the optical inspection of the produced PCB. So that's actually the last step where we can see if something is actually wrong on the PCB and we can react in time. It says that there is a missing component, which means that for the machine there is nothing here. But we can actually see there is something, so yes, it is okay. Now it says that with something different, component shifted, but because it is checking 3D, and we actually have a big component right next to it, cannot see exactly the small one. So what I can do, turn on the 3D and check if it is in here. It is okay. Well, it's the same thing. Again, this is actually also missing component, so the machine doesn't see it.
But it is there or not?
It is there. Well, you can also see that it doesn't detect it. That's the real-time image. This is the standard image of the board that I have. This is the standard image of the component.
This is the location.
Yeah, that's the exact location. And that's the actual photo that the machine took right now with this component on. So there is something wrong with 3D before everything gets solidified and solved. So if there is something very wrong, I can still take it off. Everything is okay. Goes into the oven.
So, what mechanism does it use that machine to grab the suction?
We're using the vacuum only on the heads to pick up. So it doesn't just stops the vacuum, it also blows a little bit.
Does this in like microseconds?
Yeah, basically yes.
And how expensive are those machines?
I don't know, 20 degrees that we have in here, up to 265. The PCB will go to shock and basically orbit. So it goes steadily from 20 degrees, 165, 95, 265, where there is a melting point for the tin. The paste turns liquid. Everything inside of the oven floats, so everything moves. If it is actually on the pad, outside of what the machine from the optical inspection.
So it's not soldered.
No, this one no. Yes, yeah. This is the soldering stage.
Because the first stage will be interacting with.
Dari oven gitu Pak.
Oh, ini dari oven ya? Oh, sudah dipanasin, udah di ini semuanya. Udah disolder semuanya. Atas bawah.
Udah kenceng semua Pak.
In the first board, you had the golden pads that were. It does look like that, golden pads. Then it is a gray paste that goes on the pads, and then in the oven it goes liquid and turns solid. So now it is not possible to take anything off. Only if you use a soldering station.
So if you want to fix something like in the future,
we will get in. Everything is done because it is a two-sided board, so you have to put it again on the machine, the second side. But after that,
Itu CEO-nya tuh Pak.
Oh, ini ya? CEO-nya itu ya?
Sama orang tuanya.
Oh, sama bapaknya.
placed by machine. They need to go through those holes that you've seen earlier. This is actually too hard for the machine to push it in. We have to do it manually still, so every board that is going on.
Oh, ini ada juga yang proses manualnya ya?
Gede-gedenya gitu lah. Harus ditekan gitu.
Oh, iya ya.
Without the components,
Kalau yang tadi yang kecil-kecil ya?
these are the ones in the machine.
yeah,
The big ones.
everything now that you can see in here, this is placed by the machine. The ones that you have here, but don't have here. Had a wet soldering machine over there, but we cannot use this one because we've got double paste here. That would mean that we put those boards into the wet machine over there. All the components from the bottom will fall down. That's why we're using the selective soldering. And you can see in here that the machine has
Serno.
pads to solder everything. First of all, it puts flux on it so that the soldering will be a little bit easier for the machine. Then it heats it up until 80 degrees, which is almost done. And after that, it will go to the soldering stage with this nozzle that the solder flows all the time, and it will start soldering every point that you want.
It's like what, micrometers or?
We're actually using micrometers over there. In here, we're keeping it to the millimeters. But you can see now that it.
But how the soldering works?
That's only a
Sucking.
pull out.
That's it.
So it turns the pump off. Once it turns the pump off, the solder goes out. Also, it is a way better quality. So when it is done in here with the soldering, next step is testing.
Oh, ini macam-macam PCB-nya ini Pak. variation of the PCBs that we produce. And you see here, it's actually not 30,000 anymore. It's now 60,000 PCB per year we test here.
Why?
I think it's from 3 years ago.
So what now? They are faster?
Yes, and expand. And we have 800 types of PCB,
Oh,
roughly.
800. Berarti serius sekali ya perusahaan ini ya. Membangun sistemnya ya, membangun teknologinya ya.
Ini auto tester machine.
Auto tester ya.
This is the auto tester machine. Like toaster.
Toaster.
And it has like, it's connected to electricity.
Yes,
Meer
just for show.
tot hier eigenlijk. En dit is voor de alarm. Wat is er gebeurd?
So this thing,
Mesin penguji ya.
This one.
En als het goed is, dan gaat deze aan die kant. Als het heel.
So we do it basically all here. It's we also produce our own PC, Pak. Marine PC.
Oh, Marine PC, komputer ya.
This is my direct boss.
Wow.
He is from Iran.
Oh, you from Iran ya.
He's my friend from Indonesia.
From Indonesia. My name Haidar.
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 Ali Haidar.
Ali Haidar ya.
Haidar.
My name is Ali Haidar Abdurrahman Putih.
Zie, ik weet het wel.
Mashallah.
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 And here is how we test the PCB after producing in that room. So we actually before testing before we go for the programming the system.
The system.
So we inject this program inside the microcontroller.
you inject what?
The software.
The software.
Program. Downloading
Firmware.
firmware.
Yeah, firmware.
Before that, bootloader.
Bootloader ya, flash ya.
And after that, we can test it. So yeah, we actually just want to know the functionality of it. If it's the LED is all good or not, and the alarm system is functioning or not, something like that.
This means it's working.
Yes, actually we have the test description. We have to follow all of this step from programming.
Ini SOP-nya lah ya.
Yes, SOP-nya Pak. Semuanya harus dicatat here. Is it okay or not okay? Each PCB. To make the report.
Yeah.
So after testing, this is actually what I was doing, test engine. In the last 7 months.
7 months? It's been 7 months.
7 months I was.
You already 7 months working here.
How much they used to give you here? 2.7 after tax or before tax?
Before.
Fuck. So it's like 2,000, 2,300, 2,400.
Pak Mansur. Pak Mansur from Iran. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oké.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
In 3 sentences, placing the buttons, placing the PCB on top, secure everything, you're done.
Nice.
She's Helena from Croatia.
Oh,
We're
Soya
literally
Croats.
How you landed here?
How I landed here.
It's like so enlightened in this.
Still again close to the sea.
Crossing the sea. Croatia.
Yes. Nice.
Then we put the tested PCB inside the housing.
Mm.
Where is the final? The final?
Oh, sorry, we have this here.
Oh, there is the final product.
Mm. Oh, this is the final product.
So this one is not touch screen. This is the normal one.
Normal one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
We use it
the
for
manual.
power management system
Mm-hmm.
or the fire alarm system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's our paracetamol. Sell it everywhere. 1,000 in a week.
Yeah.
What does it do?
See, it's for the power management system.
Power management.
Fire alarm system.
And the ship.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like if suppose you just have small ship,
Mm-hmm.
there's everything there, right? If there is fire or something, you can just know, oh, there's fire there. But for the big ship, the control room is in the front side, but the fire happening in the back side. So you have to communicate like in real time, so they can just push the button on the back side, so it will go to the monitor room, something like that.
Wow. I can understand. I'm anthropologist. I'm not the software engineer. I'm not the electrician or something.
Of course not.
You are Helena. Are you the electronic engineer
I
or
never
something?
actually finished any school in any sort like this.
Oh yeah.
But here I learned everything.
Oh.
You know, here
That's a
here they taught
revolution.
me everything actually. Yes, I think it's quite easy. I think a lot of people place it as that it's something complicated because of all the cables and everything. But this is, I think, one of the simple jobs actually.
Wow.
So
Once you understand it.
also a tester.
Wow.
Or you are
I'm actually
assembly.
making these marine panel pieces as you see here. Wait, over here.
Yes, we go there.
Junius betul ya ini.
This is usually what we're making it.
Ah,
We've got the display.
the display of the computer ya.
Around. Here we have a glass actually. Then usually this glass goes on top. We need to make it also dust free. It needs to be all clean, it needs to be totally dust free, so you don't see anything inside. Of course you're placing the cables, especially the cable for the backlight, like for example this one. This is for the touchscreen cable, for example. As you can see here, we have motherboard, power supply, just connect all of the cables.
Oh,
Here normally,
Oh,
this is
so-
actually here. we turn
so
on
this is the all-in-one computer, yeah? All-in-one.
whole computer.
Oh, whole computer. Not only the monitor, the screen. Yeah.
This is the whole computer.
The whole computer.
Of course, in the ships, it's just
Only
like
this.
this,
Uh-huh.
touch screen, so
Wow.
it shows exactly
Remarkable.
everything, how fast it goes from the wind and things like that. It's quite amazing. For
Yeah.
example, this is 17 inch. We have 10 inch,
10 inch.
22 inch,
22
and
inch.
27.
27. I think Indonesian government, the police department, I think they will need a more bigger, yeah,
Bigger one. Like
bigger one.
30 inch, 50 inch.
Yes, it is.
I think that the biggest one what we had is
27.
36.
36?
36 was the biggest one.
No statistics.
I think they actually made even bigger than that, but it wasn't in our department because those were the displays mostly just to stick it with the frame. Because yes, if you need to actually clean it and make it dust free. It's quite a long process, so they wouldn't actually do that. So basically they just stick it. It's also a touch screen from the outside, and so it's like a short and easier kind of work. So,
Nice.
It's more like laptop than
Laptop, yeah.
computer
Laptop, yeah.
without the monitor.
Oh, that is also, yeah.
So you just
this is
applied for the
the,
job.
luar biasa ini.
Kayak produksi juga, Pak.
Produksi komputer
Komputer
khusus
di laut.
untuk di laut ya, yang tahan inilah ya.
Korosi,
Tahan
garam,
korosi,
gitu-gitu.
tahan garam, tahan bantingan ya.
Iya, goyang-goyang gitu kan.
Goyang-goyang ya betul. Ha.
Jadi semuanya benar-benar satu paket dari kita.
Hmm.
Dari yang paling antah berantah kecil-kecil, yang kecil-kecil sampai yang gede-gedenya.
Sampai yang
semua
gede
dari-
semua.
Kita produksi semua sendiri di sini.
Dari hulu ke hilir lah ya.
Iya,
Dikuasai
macam-macam.
semua.
Ini kan kalau tadi kan buat yang ini ya, kayak monitor. Kalau yang ini yang ibaratnya PC-nya lah.
PC-nya,
Itu laptopnya gitu ya.
Mac mini-nya lah ini.
Ya, nah
Mac
di situ
mini-nya.
di belakang tuh kita ini juga Pak buat ngetes high voltage kan danger itu ya.
Oh, high voltage
Ya,
ya.
itu
untuk-
buat ngekalibrasi motornya, generator, posisinya bener apa enggak, presisinya gimana, kita tes di sini.
Makanya kita nggak boleh masuk ke situ ya.
Iya, ini kalau kursi saya di sini Pak.
Oh,
Meja
kursinya.
saya di sini. Mansur di sini. Jadi kita berdua suka ngegosip gitu, Pak.
Tukang gosip.
Yes.
Oh, this is Mr. Mansur
Yes.
from Iran.
I told him this is my table and my chair.
Mm.
It's yours.
Yes.
Chit chat
Yes.
every day.
Sometimes the jinn is here. Huh?
The
Oh.
Shaitan.
Yeah. It's much. First, you have to say something, that jinn go away. Otherwise, you make a mistake. Something goes wrong.
Yeah, something goes wrong. Yeah.
Yes. The jinns always. We have problem with jinns,
Oh, gents, yeah.
Yes. And we also problem with human.
Human error.
Human, yes. But jinn, you cannot see them.
Yeah, I cannot see.
And sometimes the human also trying to do the same thing what jinn is
It's
doing.
like that, yeah.
Jinn is very complicated.
Yeah. We have the special movie in Indonesia depicting the story about the genie and genie, yeah?
Genie.
And genie, yeah. Jane. It is about Jains. About Satan, about everything.
Satan is dangerous. Sometimes Satan is a nice woman.
Yeah.
Sometimes Satan is like a nice place. Sometimes Satan, you don't know.
Yeah.
And now they make a picture, movies.
In
the
movies.
Americans make movies. They call it mutant.
Oh, mutant,
Mutant
yeah.
is somebody is always changing,
Yeah.
Because Satan, you don't know. What is it?
What is it? Yeah.
Because he trick your mind,
Yeah.
but only mind.
Yeah.
Many years ago was a story like
Yeah.
somebody said to somebody had a dream
I had a dream, yeah.
that Satan is coming.
It's coming, yeah.
And he has some chain,
Chains,
and
yeah.
some coffin, handcuff, like this.
Sang, yeah,
And he
coffin.
made this, and he said, Satan,
And cuff.
why you have so many gadgets, so many
So
things,
many- so many-
chain, like a handcuff. And Satan says, I need this chain for this good man.
Yeah.
And this handcuff is for that good man. And then he said, what about me? He said, you don't need nothing. You just follow me.
You just follow me.
Human is more dangerous than Shaitan.
Human dangerous. Yeah, more dangerous than Satan, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So we just follow Shaitan,
Just follow Satan.
We don't know, We don't know. We just follow. We don't need any chain, nothing. The Shaitan, pull us. No, we just follow Shaitan.
Voluntarily.
Voluntarily.
Yes, because it can be a huge house, it can be a nice woman, it can be a nice car.
Nice
You
car.
never know.
Yeah.
But you think you know. You say no, it's not like this.
Yeah.
When you become old, like in my age, then I say, oh my God, it was Shaitan.
So,
It's too late, huh?
it's too late.
The damage all is done, huh? Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to say,
that's
God,
true.
forgive me, like this,
Yeah, we can do Taubat.
Toba, yeah.
Taubat, yeah. Taubat.
But problem Toba is when you have a problem, you do Toba, yeah? After 2-3 weeks, you forget.
If we forget to do the Taubat, wow, it's gonna be disaster. Disaster. Thank you,
You're welcome.
Pak Mansur.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kita juga punya
Oh.
soldering table di sini, Pak.
Oh, soldering table too.
Lagi ngetes, ada yang ternyata masih rusak gitu. Tadi kan ada mesin-mesin otomatisnya tuh buat ngelihat apa yang rusak. Terus kalau misalnya ternyata masih ada lagi yang detail-detail yang ternyata rusak, kita benerin lagi di sini Pak. Solder sendiri.
Solder sendiri
kita
ya.
troubleshoot sendiri. Kadang masalahnya sama gitu ya, gitu aja. Kadang ada yang masalahnya unik gitu, yang kita harus benar-benar jeli gitu ya.
Jeli ya. Ini sampai kayak mikroskop gitu ya?
Oh iya, ini mikroskop juga kita pakai kalau
mikroskop ya.
untuk yang apa sih, yang kakinya kecil-kecil gitu Pak, yang jaraknya cuma setengah
Nggak
milimeter.
kelihatan ya.
Iya.
Ini udah ada di ITB juga belum?
Mestinya ada Pak.
Oh ada ya.
Bahkan yang elektron gitu juga ada kayaknya kalau di Indonesia, di ini ya, di BRIN.
Di BRIN ya.
Ada S3 di Aachen, dia megang elektron
Di Aachen ya.
gini.
Dulu Mas Alfred di Jermannya di mana? Di Aachen.
Di Aachen Pak ya.
Di Aachen ya.
Ya, Pak Habibie.
Pak Habibie ya. Pak Habibie ya.
Nah itu bos manajer saya.
Oh, bos manajer sih. Wow.
Ini
Luar biasa. Keluarganya ya.
Kita punya dua meja buat soldering, dan di ujung sana itu buat inverter sebenarnya Pak.
Oh, inverter ya.
Jadi kita
Pengubah AC/DC ya.
Ngetes yang 24 volt, yang low voltage-nya lah, tegangan rendah. Terus yang di bawah itu yang high voltage-nya, sampai 800 volt, 1000 volt bisa. Jadi untuk si low voltage itu kan ibaratnya PCB-nya ya.
Ya, PCB-nya ya.
Komunikasi teknologi di dalam PCB-nya. Kalau yang di bawah itu yang udah ngomong sama generator sama motor, itu 1000 volt, sudah mainannya 50 kilowatt gitu. Jadi kita punya dua level testing, ada yang low voltage, ada yang high voltage, low power, high power gitu Pak. Nah dari sini turnya sebenarnya udah. Nah, dia lagi cari cara buat kerja di sini nih Pak. Dia buat ini mounting monitor sama PC.
Oh, iya. Ya.
Maybe I will become your colleague.
Thank you Helena.
Semua PCB yang udah dites ditaruh di sini Pak.
Oh, di sini ya.
Semua barang-barangnya juga.
Warehouse-nya apa?
Warehouse-nya ya di sini. Di ujung situ ada lagi sebenarnya ruangan buat testing monitor sama PC ya. Nah, di balik sini ada ruangan buat hardware development. Nah ini yang saya tes sehari-hari nih Pak.
Oh ini ya.
Ini tuh ada yang ini, ada yang macam-macam ini.
Oh.
Ada yang buat kontrol maju mundur, ada yang kontrol fire alarm, ada power supply,
lengkap semua ya.
Macam-macamnya.
Iya.
Gitu. Ini sudah, kita perlu lebih baik.
Oke.
But
What? Wow.
So your name is Haidar.
Haidar.
Haidar Ali.
Haidar. Ali Haidar.
Ali Haidar.
Ali Haidar Abdurrahman.
Om de bril erop te steken.
Ali Haidar Abdurrahman Putih. Putih means white.
White.
White. Inilah kapal. Yep. Inilah kapal listrik dari Praxis. Wow. Evolution Amsterdam. Wow. Ini yang disebut dengan kapal Evolution yang sangat luar biasa, yang digerakkan oleh listrik. Ini kapalnya, ini sauhnya, angkernya. Wow, mewah betul ya. Hujan tapi di sini. Oke, ini cuaca agak kurang mendukung ya. Tapi biasanya di sini akan ada macam-macam orang. Oke. Ini Trina AL. Ini di dalamnya interior dari kapal. Mewah banget di sini.
Wij konden de corona is ook aan de Nederland. Daar konden we niet naartoe. Toen kon het niet, dus dat was... Je hebt inderdaad heel veel met koeling. Die bedrijf heel veel koeling nodig. En die dingen helemaal zo bestript omdat het heet werd. En ja. En toen zouden we gaan kijken, de leidingen ook, toen hadden ze lekker goed gelijnd. Dus als dit de buis was, was dit over. De rest was allemaal lijm wat erin zat. Dus ook het hele pijpingssysteem hebben we op hele plekken moeten vervangen. Omdat dit, als je even ging varen, dan had je een ding op je hoofd. Dus dat er helemaal vol zat. Eraf moeten halen. Dat bleek ook te veel werk in te zitten, waardoor die